Ever felt like you're walking through a maze blindfolded in your relationships? Today, we're tearing off that blindfold. 1. The illusion of perfection. Have you ever fallen for someone's flawless facade only to discover cracks beneath? This section reveals why chasing perfection in relationships is a dangerous game. In the quest for love, it's easy to be charmed by someone's seemingly perfect image. But remember, no one's perfect, and seeking perfection can lead you into toxic traps. The key? Embrace imperfection. Start by acknowledging your own flaws and accepting them in others. This doesn't mean settling for less. It's about seeing beyond the surface, recognizing the real person underneath. When you meet someone, instead of getting swept away by their ideal persona, take time to know the real them. This approach not only fosters authenticity but also helps you avoid the disappointment that comes when the perfect facade inevitably fades. 2. The myth of changing someone. Ever thought you could change someone? Find out why this belief is not just unrealistic, but potentially harmful. The idea of changing someone sounds noble, but it's a path filled with disappointment. Here's the truth. You can't change someone who doesn't want to change. Instead of trying to mold your partner into your ideal, focus on finding someone whose values align with yours. If you're with someone hoping they'll change fundamental aspects of themselves, you're in for a rocky ride. Instead, invest that energy in understanding and appreciating their true nature. Remember, real love is about acceptance, not alteration. If you find yourself constantly wishing your partner was different, it might be a sign to reevaluate your relationship, not to change them. 3. Recognizing emotional manipulation. Do you know when you're being emotionally manipulated? Learn the subtle signs and protect your heart. Emotional manipulation in relationships can be a silent, invisible force, but you have the power to recognize and resist it. First, tune into your feelings. If you often feel guilty or doubt yourself in your relationship, it's a red flag. Manipulators can use your emotions against you, making you question your reality. To combat this, start by trusting your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Keep a journal of your feelings and interactions. This can help you see patterns and understand your emotions better. Also, seek support from friends or a therapist who can provide an outside perspective. Remember, your emotions are valid. 4. The power of self-love. Why is self-love your secret weapon against toxicity in relationships? Discover its transformative power in this section. Self-love isn't just a buzzword, it's your armor against toxic relationships. When you love yourself, you set the standard for how others should treat you. Start by celebrating your strengths and accepting your weaknesses. They make you uniquely you. Practice self-care. It can be as simple as a daily walk, a relaxing bath, or reading a book. These acts reinforce the message that you deserve care and attention. Also, set personal goals and work towards them. Achieving these goals boosts your confidence and reinforces your self-worth. Love yourself first, and watch how your relationships transform. 5. Understanding boundaries. Ever wondered where to draw the line in a relationship? Here's how setting boundaries is crucial for a healthy love life. Setting boundaries is like drawing a personal map of what's acceptable and what's not in your relationships. It's crucial for maintaining self-respect and avoiding toxic dynamics. Start by clearly defining your limits. What are you comfortable with? What crosses the line for you? Communicate these boundaries to your partner clearly and calmly. It's not about being confrontational. It's about being honest and respectful of your own needs. Remember, it's okay to say no. Saying no to what doesn't feel right is saying yes to your well-being. And if someone repeatedly disrespects your boundaries, it's a clear signal that they might not be the right person for you. Respect yourself enough to enforce your boundaries. You're worth it. 6. The trap of codependency. Are you giving too much in your relationships? Let's explore how codependency can masquerade as love and how to avoid falling into this trap. Codependency might feel like intense love, but it's a slippery slope into toxic relationships. You're more than just a part of a couple. You're an individual with unique dreams and needs. Start by identifying codependent behaviors. Are you constantly sacrificing your needs for your partners? Do you feel lost without them? To break free, begin cultivating your own hobbies, interests, and friendships outside the relationship. This fosters independence and a sense of self-worth that isn't tied to your partner. Also, practice self-reflection. Understand why you might be leaning towards codependency. Therapy can be a great tool in this journey. Remember, a healthy relationship involves two whole individuals, not two halves trying to complete each other. 7. Red flags you shouldn't ignore. What are the warning signs of a toxic relationship? Learn to spot these red flags early. Red flags in a relationship are like alarm bells. They warn you of potential danger ahead. It's crucial to recognize and heed them. Start by being aware of the common red flags. Constant disrespect, lack of communication, controlling behavior, and emotional or physical abuse. Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't ignore these signs hoping things will change. It's better to face the truth early than to endure a toxic relationship. If you notice these red flags, address them with your partner. If the issues persist or worsen, it may be time to reconsider the relationship. Remember, acknowledging red flags isn't pessimism, it's an act of self-care and empowerment. 8. The importance of communication. How can effective communication save you from heartache? Uncover the strategies that foster understanding and respect. Effective communication is the cornerstone of a healthy relationship, acting like a bridge that connects two separate worlds. Start by practicing active listening. It's not just about hearing words, but understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. When you talk, express your feelings and needs openly and honestly, without blame or criticism. Encourage your partner to do the same. Remember, it's not about winning an argument, it's about understanding each other's perspectives. Also, learn to handle conflicts constructively. Avoid sweeping issues under the rug. Address them calmly and respectfully. By nurturing open and honest communication, you're not just solving problems, you're deepening your connection. 9. Escaping the cycle of bad relationships. Do you find yourself in a loop of unhealthy relationships? Break the cycle with these insightful tips. Breaking the cycle of bad relationships starts with a deep dive into self-awareness. Ask yourself, are there patterns in your past relationships that keep repeating? Maybe you're drawn to the same type of partner or ignore early warning signs. To break this cycle, take time to reflect on your relationship history and identify these patterns. Understand your role in these dynamics. Sometimes, past experiences or low self-esteem can lead us to choose partners who aren't right for us. Consider seeking help from a therapist who can provide insights and tools for healthier relationship choices. Also, give yourself time between relationships to heal and grow. 10. Building a foundation for healthy relationships. What does a healthy relationship look like? This section lays the groundwork for building a fulfilling and respectful partnership. Building a foundation for healthy relationships is like constructing a house. It requires solid materials and a good plan. Start with trust, the bedrock of all relationships. Cultivate it by being reliable and open with your partner. Next, ensure good communication. It's the framework that holds everything together. Practice being honest yet kind in your interactions. Don't forget about respect. It's like the walls that provide safety and privacy. Respect your partner's opinions, feelings, and boundaries. Add in a healthy dose of independence. Remember, you're partners, not clones of each other. Lastly, sprinkle in fun and laughter. They're the decorations that make the house a home. Check out this playlist of the top 10 videos on relationship advice for women. And we'll see you in the next video. With love.